Hey everyone, this is Tyler Berry from TLA, back for another whiteboard session. This time focusing on humidification and how we schedule humidification systems on our drawings, and a few things that I think we all need to make sure we start scheduling so we're all aware of what the performance metrics are for bidding and evaluating different humidifiers, especially when it comes to dispersion. So right here I have kind of a schedule written up. Max heat gain and non-wetting distance are not filled out. These are some things that sometimes we see missing from schedules, and I just want to talk about why they're important. So let's talk about non-wetting distance. So with every type of dispersion, there are different technologies that it can be put within a duct, within an air handling unit in general, and for each one of these technologies there's a different non-wetting distance. So if we were to go look at a single tube type injection system, this non-wetting distance could be up to 96 inches or something like that. That's incredibly long absorption distance. And one thing you can use either term, non-wetting distance or absorption distance. The key is, I think it's more intuitive when we say non-wetting, because if you were to say, okay, my non-wetting distance is 96 inches, and we have a duct turn, 3 feet after dispersion, well, guess what? We're going to start raining on that inside of that duct, and we start making a river out of our ductwork. We don't want that. So another key characteristics to scheduling this. But with that being said, if we do kind of a multi-tube insulated manifold for dispersion, we could get down into the 6-inch category when it comes to absorption or non-wetting distance. So it's really important to understand why we schedule this and what different technologies are involved in there, because there's a cost aspect and there's a performance aspect into evaluating different humidification dispersion. So another thing is max heat gain. So a lot of manufacturers have uninsulated and insulated tube manifolds. So we're sticking a radiator inside of our duct or air handling unit. We need to understand that it produces heat. How much heat? Well, it depends on the performance of the tube. So for this example, if it's insulated, we could have maybe 1.5 degrees of heat gain on the steam-to-steam system. If it was uninsulated, we could be 3.5 degrees. Did we account for that in our psychrometrics? Did we account for that in our shoulder seasons when potentially we need cooling and humidifications? Things to keep in mind. On this example, for an electric humidifier, the dispersion could be all the way down, to 0.2 degrees or something like that, depending on what our conditions are. And this makes a big difference on when people are evaluating different product lines, because if this isn't scheduled, somebody doesn't know if they can submit it uninsulated or an insulated tube. So it protects yourself, it lets everybody have a clear picture of what the performance metrics are for these humidification systems. One last little note. So if we want tight humidity control, we need tight temperature control. The rule of thumb is if you have a 1 degree swing of dry bulb temperature, you can have a 3% swing in relative humidity. So just think about that when it comes to your sequences. Think about that when it comes to the accuracy of your sensors. These are some important characteristics to think about when it comes to absorption distance / non-wetting distance, max heat gain, and also how we control these systems. If you have any questions about how these systems are selected, what we need to schedule notes, things like that, just contact us here at TLA. We'll help you out. Thanks again.